it is my utmost honor to introduce to you the leader of Canada's Common Sense Conservative Party and soon to be, very soon, the next Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Poilievre.
Merry Christmas, everybody! It's great to be here today with my Shadow Minister of Finance, Canada's leading tax fighter, Jasraj Singh Halan. My Deputy Leader, Member of Parliament from Edmonton and good personal friend, Tim Uppalgee. And of course, Jesse Sahota, wrestling champion, black belt jiu-jitsu fighter, coach to our young people and police officer who can help you get off a parking ticket, the great Jesse Sahota. Happy Gurbarat to everyone who's celebrating. And great to see Common Sense Conservative leader John Rustad in the crowd today. Way to go, John. Now you might think that all of us who I've just mentioned come from very different backgrounds. But in one sense, you'd be wrong, because we all share one common thing. And that is the promise that this country made to each of us. All of us started from humble beginnings. Jesse, for example, his mother worked hard at the White Spot, washing dishes so she could feed her family, and pay the rent, and feed this monster here. Can you imagine how quickly he would have emptied the fridge to feed those mussels? And look how successful he's turned out with the leadership of his parents who sacrificed so much so that he could be on this stage. I was born to a 16-year-old single mother who put me up for adoption to school teachers. And they said that in Canada, we have a deal. Very simple. You work hard, you get good food, and a nice home in a safe neighborhood. That was the promise. It is a promise that has been broken. After 9 years of Trudeau, everything costs more. Work doesn't pay. Housing costs have doubled. Crime, chaos, drugs, disorder, hunger, and homelessness overtake our once safe streets. But the good news is, life was not like this before Trudeau and the NDP, and it won't be like this after they're gone. We're going to bring home the country we love with a common sense plan to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. We will axe the carbon tax to lower gas, heat, and grocery bills. We'll cut taxes on work, energy, and making stuff in Canada to bring home more powerful paychecks. And speaking of homes, we're going to build the homes again. The biggest obstacle right now is government, taxes, and red tape. I will lead the way by taking the GST off all homes under $1 million. We will push the provinces to take the PST off. That combined tax break would save over $100,000 on a new home and stimulate many more homes built. We'll push the municipalities to speed up permits, free up land, and cut development taxes to build, build, build. And we want these homes in safe neighborhoods. That's why we will stop the crime with new laws that bring jail, not bail. Jail, not bail, for repeat violent offenders. We will ban hard drugs, stop giving out tax-funded opioids, invest in treatment and recovery to bring our loved ones home drug-free. We'll secure our borders by scanning the shipping containers to keep drugs and guns out, and stop the stolen cars while respecting the rights of law-abiding, trained and tested firearms owners to keep their property. We want to bring home Canada's promise and Canada's freedom. We'll fight for a direct flight to Amritsar so you can save some time on your transit. We'll push for a national Blue Seal professional standard so that our immigrant doctors, nurses, engineers, and architects can take a test, prove they're qualified, and get licensed to practice working in our hospitals, earning powerful paychecks. We're going to bring home the freedom of our country and the promise of our land, that hard work will get you a powerful paycheck and pension that buys affordable food, gas, and homes in safe neighborhoods. My friends, it feels like Christmas, where a new birth is coming for our country, a brighter day for us all, here in the country we know and love, Canada. Let's bring it home, and Merry Christmas!
Let's get one more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be our next Prime Minister of Canada.
Thank you very much, and it's really a pleasure to be here. Merry Christmas to everybody. It is great to be able to have a chance to be here. And I just want to start, first of all, by thanking Gary Sanjha and thanking CCI for what they do, and for the work they do, and for the generosity. I also want to thank all of you. You are the people who build this city. You are the people who build things and make things happen. You put people to work. You feed families. You build our future. And that's what we want to be able to see. We need to be able to see that happening right here and across this province. We need to see the prosperity that it brings for so many people. And I just want to say thank you for everything that all of you do to help contribute to not only this city but our province. I also want to just to say for a moment as well that during the election, you guys stepped up, Gary stepped up, the company stepped up for us. Surrey stepped up for us in a big way, and I am so appreciative, and I can tell you something, I will be fighting every single day for the things we need in Surrey. I'll be fighting to make sure that we see the health care we need, that we see the hospitals built, and we're going to continue to push for a children's hospital right here in Surrey. It is so needed in this community. We're also going to make sure that we push for those changes we need in education. It's time to get SOGI out of our schools. It's time to make sure that we empower parents for their education. And it's time to make sure that our kids have that future that they need through our education system. We will continue to fight for this throughout our time in opposition and hopefully soon to be in government. I also want to thank a couple of our MLAs that are here, Mandeep Dhaliwal. There's nobody that worked harder than Mandeep in winning Surrey North. He did such a great job for us. Thank you so much, Mandeep. And Steve Cooner is here from Richmond, Queensville. Steve also worked incredibly hard, did such a great job, and I'm really looking forward to working both of them in the coming months and years ahead. So maybe just let me close by saying this. I was so happy to be able to see Pierre here and to hear his message. There's no question we need that common sense change. We need to make sure that we have change both in Ottawa and change here in British Columbia. We need to put people back to work. We need to make sure we keep our economy going, that we drive down those costs, and we make sure that people can relive that and have that dream that is British Columbia. This is what we're going to continue to fight for. We are going to hold David Eby and his government to account. We're going to make sure we fight every single day so that you can be proud to be British Columbians and you can be proud to be able to raise your children here and see a bright future for them. So once again, Merry Christmas everybody, enjoy the time. Thank you once again for letting me share a few words here as well.